Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to the channel where today we're on to episode number 6 of the Ros-Albastrii save 4th season. Today we're playing Man City in the Champions League group stages. It's going to be a very tough and tense encounter, so let's waste no more time and get into today's episode. To the save then everyone. Well, today it's kind of an important day. We've got Man City in the Champions League, but as you can see from the screen in front of us, we're pretty much through now thanks to that win over Juventus, the 3-0 victory. We've also picked up a couple of wins against Zenit, which obviously helps matters. So we're already through really, but that said, we want to try and do the best we can in this group stage, so we're going to play a full strength squad against Man City today. We've also got Juventus coming up for our second game against them, but we're through to the knockout stage of the Champions League. Now, since you last joined us, we are now 3 games further on into the Romanian domestic season, so let's waste no more time, head across and see how we've done in those games. After those 3 games come up against Panduri Targujui, and we were 3-1 victors in this game. We pretty much had the lion's share of possession with 53%. Goals coming from Rick Baldwin, an own goal from Adelin Parkalubu, and Muniru completed the scoring after a Martin Kondrich goal opening in the first half, 25 minutes. So we took a while to get going in this game. We were slow starters, but we really turned it on in the second half, and we got the job done in good style to add another 3 points to our tallies. Now these guys, they have beaten us last season in the league, so I was really pleased to get this result. George Tukadin was a real threat last year, but he wasn't so much this year. We played a really good defensive game, even though we conceded the 1 goal. I was really happy with this performance. After these guys, we went on and played Astra Giurgiu, and let's see how we got on against those. Next came CS Craiova, and we beat them 1-0 thanks to a goal in the 39th minute from Callum Gribbin. We had 14 shots at goal with 61% of play, and we pretty much dominated the whole game. We were a bit slow to start. Managed to turn things on just before half-time, which resulted in a goal from Callum Gribbin. We changed things around in the squad. Callum Gribbin, man of the match. Christian Lacucha, Cyprio Maxim was a bit of youth in the team. We brought in Francesco Bardi for goalkeeping duties. Valentin Kojikara was given a rest. Alex Jurasevich played pretty poorly again, really. Need to see a bit more from him. He's obviously a very exciting talent, and we've brought him in, this American guy, but he needs to be showing quite a bit more in the near future. Romario Bensar started the game, but we decided to take him off in the 80th minute to preserve him. We've got a game coming up next against Astra Giurgiu, which we're going to show you the results of in a second. But I'm really impressed with this. That's another win to add to the totals. And we go into the Astra Giurgiu game in really good spirits. Third and final game came against Astra Giurgiu in the league at the Marin Anastavici in Giurgiu. We won 2-0 courtesy of goals from George Puskas in 37 minutes and Callum Gribbin in the 40th minute, just on the right side of half-time to put us 2-0 and away from Astra Giurgiu to win the game. Now, we dominated possession with 60% of it going to us, 17 shots at goal. Callum Gribbin picking up an 8.5 rating and a man-of-the-match performance. Jack Stevens put in a good performance in the centre-back position. And we were just a better side, really. Domestically, Astra Giurgiu have been one of those teams that have posed us a few problems over the seasons, but now we're starting to get the upper hand on them. I'm really confident going into this next game against Man City. Fingers crossed we can get a bit of success. Right then, we're into today's big live game here on the channel. Now, today we're playing Manchester City, as we've previously mentioned. They're going with a 4-4-2 flat formation. John Stones, Vincent Kompany, Nicolas Otamendi and Rodriguez down the left. Sane, Renato Sanchez, Carvalho and De Bruyne, with Griezmann and Aguero up front. Joe Hart in goal, so the big stiff man himself. Hopefully we can put 1 or 2 past him. Now we're going with Valentin Kojikaru. We've got Alan Tosca, Jack Stevens and Kenneth Omaruo, our back 3. 2 wing backs in Arthur Masuaka and Romario Bensar, with Vlad Archim and Muniru in the middle of the park, with Alex Jurasevich, Callum Gribbin and Will Keane up front. It's going to be a tough game today, but fingers crossed we can get a result. We're going to go into this one. We're going to show them what we can do to keep our run going, because we want to keep them motivated. And that's had the desired effect. We've had a lot of green air other than Alex Jurasevich, and he even well, he listened nervously, so not too fussed about that. But I'm hopeful that with these commands, we're going to go to a contain as well, just because we're away from home, and Man City are quite a potent force in this save. So here we go then, we've kicked off, and it is Kenneth Omaruo who plays the ball to Romario Bensar, and that is the end of the first highlight. Rodriguez picks it up, finds Griezmann. Griezmann plays it in. The ball cannons off Kenneth Omaruo and comes off the keeper, but Sergio Aguero opens the scoring for Man City in this first half. Now we're just going to see a highlight of this of the replay, and here we go. Comes off Omaruo. Keeper makes a brilliant save, but he can't get up fast enough, and Aguero puts it in the back of the net there. Really good finish there from Aguero. Tight angle. But we've got another highlight, and it's Kojikaru to Omaruo, to Jack Stevens, to Miniru, to Juricevic, to Masuaka, and Juricevic makes a run. Juricevic has a chance, and he puts it in the back of the net, making no mistake there, Alex Juricevic. He had a bit of a quiet game in his last game, but not so in this, and Masuaka plays the ball through beautifully to Juricevic, who manages to use this inside of his left foot, puts it towards the roof of the net, to level the score here at the Emirates. It is 1-1 here, 21 minutes gone, and De Bruyne now has a chance to launch a further attack. Griezmann gets on the end of it. And Griezmann makes it 2-1. Very disappointing, that. Really beautiful ball that from Aguero. Lofted pass there. Griezmann gets behind Omaruo, and Griezmann puts it in the back of the net. Comes off the arm of the keeper, Kojikaru, but that was really, really poor defending that from Omaruo. Hasn't had the best of games here. We might have to bring him off at half-time. Masuaka, Juricevic on the run again. Can he add another? Joe Hart with a really good save low to his right there. Ball goes out for a corner. It's going to be Gribbin that takes it. A little away swinger towards the edge of the box. 9 and 18 look dangerous, but the ball goes towards Tosca. Joe Hart comes out, collects the ball with ease. No real pressure on him at all. He gets the ball. So here we go, 29 minutes gone here, and they have a throw-in, but Wilkie now has a chance to launch an attack. Finds Miniru. Miniru's in space. He's got Archim to his left, but he plays it to Juricevic, who finds Masuaka. Now Gribbin's making a run in the centre. Masuaka tries to shoot, though. Puts a really poor shot wide of goal. Looks like we could have another attack here, and it's Wilkie to Juricevic, to Masuaka. Vlad Archim now picks the ball up. Lovely ball that to Masuaka. Masuaka can turn on it. Plays it back to Tosca, who has time. He plays it to Archim. Archim's got a man pressing him, but Juricevic now releases Wilkie. Wilkie takes a shot. Joe Hart gets a hand to it. Ball was going probably wide anyway, but the ball goes out for a corner, which Gribbin will take. In swinger. In towards Archim. Good clearance there from Vincent Kompany. Wilkie on the edge of the area takes a shot, but the ball cannons off the Man City defence for another corner, which Gribbin again will take. He's got 4 and 9 is totally unmarked. Is he going to know? Rodriguez gets the ball away, and Juricevic runs it down. Juricevic now, he's got Miniru, plays Miniru. Jack Stevens. Ahead of him is Archim to Keane. Gribbin making a run. Bensar finds Gribbin. Keane on the ball now. Keane with a shot, and a beautiful goal there from Will Keane. Will Keane levels the score here. 2-2 with 34 minutes on the clock. A beautiful finish. Bensar to Gribbin. Great vision there from Gribbin to find the run of Will Keane. And the ex-Man United boys really linking up well again here for a beautiful goal. Side-footed right into the bottom of the net past Joe Hart. Will Keane on good form today. Gets the ball in the back of the net and gets us an equaliser. Now we're going to go and give the instructions. And we're going to tell them to keep going out there. And 1 goal could possibly be enough for us. Now, there's a lot of green in there, which is always good. We're going to keep things as they are. I'm going to keep an eye on Kenneth Omaruo, though, who's been the cause of the 2 mistakes. We're going to keep things as they are because most of the squad are playing really well here. So we've kicked off in this second half. Man City kicking from right to left, Stoic from left to right. And it is Archim on the ball now to Juricevic. Now, Juricevic has played really well, finds Masuaka in space. Tackled though by John Stones, who releases De Bruyne, who there finds Sane, who's on the opposite side of the pitch to what he played in the first half. Sanchez to Stones. Stones now cuts inside, finds Sane. Sane's got options. He takes an early one and finds Aguero with an absolute world-class cross. That was just not very nice at all. What can you do there, lads? What can you do? Sane plays the ball into Aguero. Oh, pretty much a bit of a bicycle kick, that one. Lovely finish that from Aguero. Now Gribbin has a chance to whip a ball in to Omaruo, but now Aguero has a chance to launch the counter-attack. Aguero on the ball, gets dispossessed by Miniru. Now we have a chance to attack here. Juricevic to Miniru. Oh, he's got a lovely lofted ball to Gribbin, and Gribbin hits the post, but the ball goes in the back of the net. Get in there. Otamendi with an own goal. A bit unlucky, that Nicholas Otamendi. Lovely ball from Maniru. Right across the Gribbin, who takes it with a beautiful first touch. Company tries to clear it, but it comes off the head of Nicholas Otamendi into his own net. And it is now 3-3 here. Now we're just going to assertively tell these that we're going to encourage them. Just going to give that little bit more encouragement to the lads. Might look to bring on a change or two in the next couple of minutes, and we're going to do that now, I think. So first things first, we're going to take off Romario Bensar, and we're going to bring on the young kid Cyprian Maxim, just to give him a bit of that European experience. We're going to take the opportunity also to bring off, we'll also bring off Callum Gribbin this time, and we'll bring on Christian Lakucha, the young lad, give him a bit of European experience as well. See how we can get on here. So here we go, 70 minutes or so gone. We're going to come back for the next highlight. Man City have the ball now in a dangerous area, but really good tackle that from Maniru. And Omaruo finds Stevens, who flacks the ball out wide towards Masuaka, into Juricevic. Lakucha, oh, what a ball from Christian Lakucha. Will Keane has a oh, boys and girls, get in there. What a goal that from Will Keane. And Christian Lakucha, the young sub that we brought on, lovely lofted past that. What a beautiful touch from Will Keane. And he shoots him just inside the area. Lovely finish right into the bottom corner. The keeper had absolutely no chance of getting to that. And that's a fantastic bit of football, that from Steaua Bucharest. Now we're just going to go in and tell the lads now. We're not going to do that, actually, sorry. We're going to go in and we're going to passionately tell them to tighten things up. Maniru to Keane. Now Aguero has the ball. And that is it, boys and girls. We have beaten Man City at the Etihad Stadium 4-3. And we have bloody shut a lot of people up today with that performance. And I'm really, really happy with that. Fantastic performance from everyone. Especially Will Keane, who picked up the man of the match performance, and we're going to tell him that we're proud of his dominating performance. Fantastic. What can I say? What can I say? This was brilliant. And we're now top of the group. 5 games played, 4 games won, 1 drawn. Now you guys that have been following this channel for the start, really, I think we are dangerously close to being a bit of a force in this Champions League this season. We've beaten Man City, we've beaten Juventus, we've beaten Zenit twice. We've got Juventus coming up next. We've already won the group, pretty much. Well, if we get beaten by Juventus, things might be different, so don't want to preempt that too much. But I think we could get quite far in this competition. Now, the big danger is obviously Manchester United. They have a real good record against us in the knockout stages. I'm hoping once the draw comes out, we're not going to be pitched against them. And if we're not, I think we've got the beating of pretty much every team in this competition, which is obviously brilliant news. Well then, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. A brilliant win for us today over Manchester City, 4-3. Didn't think we'd get the job done when they went 1-0 up, but we thankfully fought back and got back into the game, got the job done. But before we finish today's episode, I just want to go and show you a few of the bits of transfer business we've attended to. We've got a few players coming in the January transfer window. We've also got a couple of players moving in the opposite direction. One which I'm not too pleased about, but it is what it is. So we're going to go in now and have a look at the transfers that we're bringing in first of all. The first guy that we're bringing in is Alin Gudurea from Concordia Shajna. We're paying 800 grand for him. Currently valued at 725k, but he's only 23 years of age. He's yet to be capped by Romania, but he's going to fill in as quite a good little backup centre-back for us. So he can also play pretty poorly in the midfield role, and he can double up obviously as a defensive midfielder, but he's going to be there as our backup centre-back, along with Robert Hodegeya, and just to get a bit more Romanians into the team really, which is what we need at the moment, to try and build the nation a little bit more. Also, from Concordia Shajna, we've made another transfer from their team. We've also looked to bring in a guy called Christy Novacek, who is coming in for £1 million. He's valued at 900 grand at the minute. We've had £1 million bid accepted. He'll move to us on the 28th of January. Now, his best position is defensive midfielder. However, he's quite good in the left-back role, so we're going to look to play him there as a backup wing-back for Arthur Masuaka. He's only 23 years of age, he's been capped 7 times by his country, and there's plenty of time to develop him, make him a little bit better with our coaching team, really look after his training. There's still potential there for improvement, and I'm quite pleased with that. We've got him for £1 million, and it's another Romanian team in the Steaua team, which is, it's what it's all about really. We're trying to build the nation as well as the team. So let's have a look at who else we've got brought in. We've got another 2 signings to bring you. Next signing comes in from Viitorul Constanta, and it is Dragos Nedelcu, who's coming in for 800,000. He is a defensive midfielder, but can also double up. Now, his defensive things isn't that great. I mean, he can play there if we really need him to, but he can double up as either a box-to-box midfielder or a ball-winning midfielder, and we can put him on that training regime as well to enhance his abilities there. He's only 22. He has yet to be capped by Romania, but he's got quite fair stats for this kind of level of football, really, and he's one of the better Romanian youngster-ish out there, so I'm happy to bring him into the side. We've also brought in probably the best transfer we've done in this window, in the shape of Svan Marin, who comes in from Copenhagen for £2.1 million. He hasn't really done much since moving to the Superliga over in Denmark. He's only played 20 games in 2 seasons. He's mixed success, really. Prior to that, he spent all of his career at Viitorul. He's only 23 years of age. He's already played 21 games for his country. He's very good in the shadow striker role, but can also double up as an attacking midfielder. And that's ideal for our attacking phase of the game. We can definitely look to improve, and the finishing needs a bit of adjustments. But I'm happy with that signing. 2 million isn't a lot in world football these days, although we haven't got a brilliant transfer budget compared to a lot of the European teams. I'm very happy to bring him in for just the 2 million. Now, we're just going to quickly show you who's going in the opposite direction. First of which is, unfortunately, Andre Ivan, who came into us from, I think it was Craiova, towards the start of the game for 2.6 million. He is now on his way to OGC Nice. He's joining on the 2nd of January for £8.5 million. Now, I know he's probably going to be a double figure kind of valued player in a better league. I think there's a lot of improvements come for him, but that said, we haven't really utilised him as much as we probably thought we would when we bought him. We switched to a more narrow formation, and to be honest, I was happy to get 8.5 million. We've got plenty of options in the positions we use in him, and to be honest with you, that money has helped facilitate the transfers that you've just seen, so I'm really happy to have done that bit of business. And also, going in the opposite direction is William. I think he might have already gone, actually. So yeah, William's already gone. He has gone for £1.3 million, which may eventually rise to £1.7 million. He's now valued at 1.1, so I think we got a pretty good deal there. Again, he was kind of a bit part player for us. He wasn't really featuring towards the last season or so. He was really good at the start, and he probably, if I'd have stuck with him, would have done the business. But we want to try and freshen things up. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. It's got on a little bit now because of the transfers and stuff. But if you have enjoyed this, please leave a like on the video down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you've got any comments to make on the series, any transfers you want me to bring, people you want me to bring in, if you like the transfers I've made, please let me know down below. All interaction is good interaction. I'll catch you again next time, guys.